Hey guys, just a short video today. We're going to be talking about the importance of cleaning your saws and the differences between the types of saws and why I use these saws, why I have these saws. So, little Makita DUC 254, nice little light one hand locker, great for when you want another hand to hold on to whatever you're cutting. The Stihl MS 180. I personally just use that for all of the really low stuff that I don't want to wreck a good chain on. It's not really the best saw, but does the job. 461, ignore the cover. It's a really good example of why you need to clean your saws, but we'll get to that in a second. We also have a pole saw, extendable, HT101. Really, really good unit. My personal favourite. So as we're going here, we're just going to make sure we get all in around the sprocket, the oiling channels, down the guide bar. We want to get where the chain runs, make sure there's no gunk down near the sprocket, and the sprocket's spinning freely at the end there. You don't want to be spinning it too quick because it's not getting any oil or anything like that. Then just around the sprocket, really emphasise that there's nothing in there. Occasionally you will have to pull them apart, but this is a relatively new saw. So each saw will be a little bit different. This one has been neglected. It still runs great and is a bit of a powerhouse, really fun to use. With the petrol saws, you've got to do your air filters, don't forget. The other one's fairly clean, it's only done probably 2 minutes work, 2 or 3 cuts. It's quite amazing how much builds up and how quickly it builds up. Same deal as before, going to do the guide bar, making sure you get the oiling holes, running down the chain, getting right into the sprocket. This is where the knife can come in handy. If you see any stuff that isn't coming out with the air nozzle, the knife can make it a bit easier. Just going to reassemble again now and move on to the next saw. So the pole saw here, pretty much same principle, around the sprocket, guide bar, side cover, usual drill, just really emphasising on that sprocket. You really want to make sure that your chain is on the right way when you assemble it. Easily done. Putting it on the wrong way. Anyone that says they haven't's a liar. You just want to check that you line up your chain tensioner as you're assembling and you put pressure upwards, as that's your natural cutting action, is pushing down. So in a moment you'll see the teeth here on this chain are pretty much done. After being rubbed a couple times they do start to wear down, and this is well past its use by date. I do a lot of stumps and low cuts with this chain. It's time for a new one though. Big difference in the teeth. As you can see, just reassembling it. Each adjuster is a little bit different on the saws. These homeowner entry-level saws are quite painful to adjust, but once you get the basic understanding of how they all assemble, it's pretty much all the same. If you need help, consult your owner's manual. It's always a good idea to have a read before you start. These are just some tech tips from Lucan's Lawns. Hope you're having a good weekend. Cheers. Thanks for watching guys, hope you've enjoyed it and learned a thing or two. As I said, there's no right way or wrong way about doing any of it, and it's all personal preference. Cheers.